Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my Friday live tarot reading. Today I am Petunia. I always change my name to a different flower because I like flowers. For the first hour, I offer free tarot readings. However, if someone would like a more extended reading, they do take priority. Rules for free readings is one question per person. I answer all questions except for I cannot answer questions about legal or medical issues. Apple, thank you for, I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for spreading the word. I appreciate that. Did you go to the sale today? Hey girl, I'm good. I'm good. It's been a very quiet day. How are you doing? I'm going to step away for a minute, Apple. I need to turn my air conditioning down. You window shopped. Oh, at the sale this afternoon with Kat and Sabrina and I don't know the new lady. Yeah, thank goodness indeed. I'll be right back. I'm just going to turn my air down because it's a little stuffy in here. Hello, I'm back. So, I didn't even go to it. I just can't. I had a conversation with Kat today about making payments on what I owe her because, I did my budget and I didn't have enough money to pay her the whole thing in one go. And I feel really bad about that. But anyway, so I won't be going to the sales for a while because I'm afraid I'll be tempted to try and buy something. And I really need to put the brakes on that. So, you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Um, we talked about this before, I think, last time that you were in here. So my brother was away in Florida with his family, and he came back yesterday. Did he come back yesterday? He came back today. It just feels like yesterday. You doing anything fun for the weekend? My brother lives right next door to me. It's a duplex, and he lives on the other side. Yeah, isn't it a full moon tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? I think, and I want to say it's a full moon in Aquarius. And tonight is, or today, was the Lion's Gate, the whole 8-8 thing, which I haven't really followed that. I mean, I understand that it's supposed to be like a really powerful manifestation kind of thing. Um, but apparently it's something in astrology. It's significant. The Lion's Gate. Have you heard about that? No, it's well, of course, the sun is in Leo, and it's the eighth month and the eighth day, and people put a meaning to, I guess, I don't know, but there's some kind of significance to it. It's not something I really explored. So for this first hour, and I'm just saying this to the room, Apple, because I see there's a couple other people in here. First hour, I do offer free readings. They are first come, first served. As Nightbot has written here, one question per person per day. If you want to ask more questions, or if your reading leads you to kind of a follow-up question, then you can purchase by donation a 5-card reading for $8. If you'd like to know about the week ahead, we have a 7-card reading for $10. You can also, instead of doing the week ahead, you can also just do a more extended card reading. With the 7-card reading, I can usually do like one question plus a follow-up. And then the 9-card reading, actually it's 10 cards, is up to 3 questions or in depth on one question. And with the 9-card reading, if you don't have 3 questions, you can always save them for another time and come in and get those other questions taken care of. I keep a record of, what people have. So Apple, not to call you out or anything, but weren't we talking about a guy last time you were here? Whoop! What did I do? There you are. Is that going? Has anything transpired since then? Is that like talk to the hand? Just go see the replay, dude. I hope I'm not talking too quietly. I'm trying to not be too loud for my early rising brother. Despite efforts to insulate the wall that separates us, I can still hear his TV. He probably can hear me talking. Oh, that's nice. It's good to have friends like that. So what did you see? Did you see anything in who was the third lady that was there? They said her name, but I don't remember who it was in the sale today. It was Stephanie, Kat, or Bree, Kat, and one other person. I think she's new. Step on up, people. The queue is open if you're interested in a free reading. Helen. Do you know where she was, where she's shipping from? I don't know why I'm asking these questions. New England thrifter, so from New England, I'm guessing. I am guessing. If those of you hanging out are wondering what me and Apple are talking about, we met through a a couple people that do vintage sales live here on YouTube. That's good. I'm glad that she was a hoot. There's another person that does stuff with them that's kind of distracting. They're always making a lot of noise while people are trying to sell their stuff. That's distracting. I don't think they're realizing how much their mic is picking up. But Apple, shall we get things started? Do you have a question you want to ask? Oh, by the way, how did your friend Saturn like her reading? It was kind of, how was her birthday? A lot of people sell with Steph. I see her all over the place. It seems like she's always online selling. So good. She had dinner with a friend. I don't think I do. I can't remember the last time I actually did something for my birthday. Am I in the right job? I should be. Okay. Well, let's see if Apple's question can be answered. Apple's question is, Apple, do you mind if I call you by your name? It's Renee, right? Sue. Suey? Sue? Oh, okay. Oh, that's sure. I thought you were giving me a completely different name. Okay. Is Renee in the right job? Is Renee in the right job? She should be. And if she is in the right job, what's right about it? Oh, there go my cards. Nine of Cups reversed. The Sun. And the Lovers. It's kind of interesting because, all of these cards are very positive for that. Yet there is some kind of disruption or blockage in your job because we have the reversed Nine of Cups, the reversed Sun, and then we have the Lovers. Remind me, Apple, you find apartments for people, right? For kids that are aging out of the system? Is that right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we talked about it before. So I think what this is saying is that probably you've got some disruptive influences coming up soon in your job. Not like you're going to start hating your job all of a sudden, but maybe a couple of hiccups along the way. Because you do have the Lovers, which is a real nice connection to your job. I mean, if you see the Lovers as, well, actually, you know what? Are you looking to date someone? I have this feeling. Was that yes in answer to my question? Are you looking to date someone? because I got to thinking, I said, well, with the lovers there, that is definitely like a strong attraction to someone. So I'm going to say, because it's in this last position, that maybe you're going to be meeting someone who's going to catch your eye. That would be nice. Maybe as a result of this little like hiccup in what's going on right now, you're going to maybe meet someone that's going to, I'm not saying that you're going to marry them and live happily ever after. I'm just saying there might be someone interesting, someone attractive. And wouldn't that be nice? I tend to be highly suspicious of anyone these days. Yeah, it is interesting. I was going to look at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, it looks like you could use. Okay, forgive me if this is insulting, but this literally is what came into my mind. You could use a tune up. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. Maybe I need a tune up. Maybe I'm projecting. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think as far as that goes, I'm broken for the rest of my life. I can't, I don't think I can trust anymore, you know? Hello, AA. Welcome in. I'm well. How are you? Yeah, that's the hard part, Apple. Do you have a question, AA? Oh, okay. So, what I'd like you to do is, AA, while I'm shuffling your cards, I want you to picture MA's face in your mind, and I want you to say to yourself, either in your head or out loud, the person's name, because I want you to connect with the energy of the card. So AA would like to know how MA's thoughts are of them today. AA and MA, what's the situation? What's the situation for AA and MA? Specifically, what is MA thinking? Now, AA, I feel compelled to tell you that one thing you need to keep in mind when you're asking questions about other people, that they have free will, just like you do. AA and MA, what's the sitch? All right, let's see what we have here. Well, the first card is the Six of Cups. That's a favorable card. So, definitely the first card I get here with them is they're thinking of the good old days, like how things were in the past, reminiscing about old times, maybe ruminating on old times, depending, since you said you're the one that broke off connection. They also feel like they really screwed up in like what they said. Like, if only I had not said that, or if only I had said this, it's that kind of thing. They feel like they really failed. Hey, Chelsea. They really failed at communicating their feelings. And the final card is the Eight of Wands, which means that with it being reversed, they're not going to get over it anytime soon. They're not going to get over it anytime soon. Yeah. But you know what? They feel like that. I'm not saying that they want to necessarily get back together. I'm just saying that they feel like they went about it the wrong way. Yeah. they feel like they hurt you and they went about it the wrong way, and they're thinking about all the good times that you guys had. Okay, AA, I hope that gives you a little bit of closure there. Chelsea, I see that you have a question up here already. Like 3 are my ancestors cursing destinies. Kind of, So, Chelsea, that is a yes or no question. My personal opinion is, Chelsea, without reading the cards, you can, if you look at the Nightbot will tell you where you can donate. A 5-card reading is $8 to start. If you want to do like several questions, the 10-card reading is $12, and you can donate through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. And then once I get it, I will set you up. Chelsea, I just want to say that I don't think any of our ancestors want to curse others, but let's see what they say. Now, your ancestors may be wanting to protect yourself from someone who they think is not good for you. But let's see. I do a 5 vibes from your guides, which includes ancestors. It's a private reading that I do. I don't do it online live. And if you think you might be interested in that, you can send me an email at inthegardenttarot@gmail.com. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm getting a really solid no here. Yeah. With the 3 reversed cards, that's a definite no. They are not cursing this person. Let's see. But I do think there is a certain amount of wanting to protect you, wanting to try and steer you in a path that's best for you. So I would say that it's probably more about protecting you than it is about harming another person. I find that people who mean you harm, not karma, that's not the right word, that you are very much protected and favored by your ancestors. And if you call on them, they will kind of chase people out of your life that shouldn't be there. Okay, you're welcome, hon. Okay, AA, so I'm just waiting to see your donation come through, and then I can start your reading. If you know which way you want to donate, I can type in the link in the chat in case you missed it in Nightbot. The 5-card reading is donation of $8. That would be the first level. And then I have a 7-card reading, which is $10. And that can be one question with a little bit of follow-up. And then the 10-card reading is $12, and that is either 3 questions, which you can use all of them or just one and say the other 2, or we can do an in-depth on a particular question. And there's all the information for you if you're interested in doing a donation reading for that second question. Are you still here, Apple? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. It shows me how many people are in the room, but it doesn't tell me who's there. So I noticed that your last comment up here, I don't know if you were talking to me or someone else, but you had said timing is everything. What a cute picture. It's the first time I've seen it big. That's a really cute picture. Help me to remember what you're referring to. Oh, with the A's question? Yeah. About the ancestors. You mean ancestors cursing someone or ancestors protecting you from someone? Oh, you're talking about the rejected. That's right. Chelsea was talking about the ancestors. Yeah. I remember this would have been, oh gosh, I would have been like maybe 18, 19, maybe 20 years old. This guy that I was friends with that I thought was flirting with me all the time. And one day he like wanted to talk to me in his vehicle. So I think it was his. So I got in the truck with him and I'm like, okay, here it goes. I have to reject this guy. And he rejected me. And I'm like, dude, I was not into you at all. But it was so humiliating. Just super embarrassing. Here I was thinking I was going to have to let him down gently. The queue is open if anyone would like a free reading. Yeah. I've never really dated. I mean, I've been married once. Well, twice technically, but it was a very brief marriage. But I've been like I'd say four big relationships in my life. And I haven't dated at all. I just kind of found people. They found me. It's funny what you remember from when you were young or when you were a kid. This is In the Garden Tarot, and we are live. I'm offering free live readings. If anyone would like a reading, the queue is open. The readings are free, however, if you'd like to give me a tip because you liked your reading, or if you'd like a more extended reading by donation, Nightbot is very kindly putting up my Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal information, as well as the types of donation readings I offer. They do take priority over the free readings. I think I'm probably going to be switching over to days instead of nights. I like the nights. I like the late nights, but I kind of jumped on a Thursday in the middle of the day, and I feel like that was a much more successful adventure than being on late at night. So I don't own a car, and I don't have public transportation, so I had done a grocery order today from Walmart, and it was supposed to come at a certain time, and it didn't show up. They said it's going to be late, and then it'll be here in 45 minutes, and 45 minutes went by, and it's really frustrating. I had to reschedule it for tomorrow morning, so hopefully I'll get my groceries then. It's been like in the last week, all of a sudden, they're just, usually I have no problem. I get the groceries right away. But the last couple weeks or so, it's been awful. Yeah. I think I've got a real big lag on the chat. I'm gonna go into my go in on my phone, so I'm directly on YouTube. With this, I'm kind of broadcasting to YouTube, kind of like what like what Kat and all them do. I can get myself to where I need to go. Yeah, the problem is that we don't have. I loved Instacart. I used to have Instacart when I lived in a bigger city. Here, it doesn't exist. Well, there it is. Did you see my thumbnail for this live? That's a picture of me in my first night when I lived in China. Me and one of the girls I work with we both got an apartment in the same building, and we were kind of walking around the neighborhood, and we went in front of this really ornate looking restaurant. It's a good memory. Here we have a Kroger and we have a Walmart. Yeah, I mean it was fun. I was when I was in China I was 54. I was there 54, 55. I think I left when I just turned 56. It's when 2018. But almost 10 years have passed now. I don't know if I could do that anymore. I think I've gotten used to being in my little apartment, just kind of shuffling around. Looks like we have a lot of folks that have come in. Just want to let you know that the queue is open for free readings. If you'd like a reading, go ahead and put your question in the chat. Have you ever lived outside the country? No. Well, you live in an exciting city, so there's lots and lots of things going on there. It's like a whole bunch of countries. Every neighborhood is a different country, or so I imagine. If I can get enough money scraped together, I'm hoping to travel down south, um, maybe early next year. I'd like to go to Guatemala or possibly Panama. Yeah, I imagine it's crowded. I would hate to drive in a city like that. That's what I don't like. I don't like driving in traffic. If you're here for a free reading, the queue is open. If you go ahead and put your question in the chat, I'll be happy to take care of that for you. Do I speak Spanish? I speak a little bit of Spanish just because I spent most of my life in Southern California and Texas. I speak enough to get around. I speak more Spanish than I spoke Chinese, Mandarin. Mandarin. So I already know that, things like Google Translate and such, you can, and what's the one called WhatsApp, things like that. You can communicate pretty easily and do well in a foreign country. So, yeah, not afraid of the language barrier. That's the one thing I'm not afraid of. I think the thing that I'm afraid of the most is getting stranded financially because, I get my Social Security once a month. And what if I plan wrong and I end up like running out of money and I'm stranded someplace? That's probably the scariest thing for me. Yeah. When I was working and I had a paycheck coming in for some reason, even though like when I lived in China, even though that paycheck was still just once a month, somehow it felt safer. Now I still get a paycheck once a month. It's not as much, so that might be the problem. And also, I think the other concern I have is that because one of the motivations for wanting to move someplace like that is a lower cost of living so I can be more comfortable in my retirement. But I think a part of me is concerned that it's an illusion that if I got there, that it would end up not being less expensive. I don't know. I'm wishy-washy. The thing too is that if I go, I will never be able to come back. So that weighs heavily on me as well. If I leave, there will be no place for me to go if I were to come back. Welcome into the chat this evening. I am offering free tarot readings right now. All you need to do is put your question in the chat and I'll jump right on it with my cards and give you a quick little free reading. Yeah, see, the problem is that I can't afford to live in this country. I mean, I can't afford to house myself. Um, and the only reason why I have a roof over my head now is because my brother is allowing me to rent this place for really cheap. And I know that if I were to pick up and leave, that it would be like, that's it, I'm not helping you anymore. I can't believe that I've been almost coming up on the first hour here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop doing the evening readings. I'm gonna start doing them during the day. Wednesdays are kind of, I think Wednesdays when you were here. Um, yeah. Um, Sophie, who's the person that kind of encouraged me to do this, I was in her chat earlier today, and she was having all kinds of problems with her internet, and but she did have a couple of readings. Problem is that my brain is set up that I'll be awake until like 1 in the morning, so I sleep in, and then at 1 in the morning. Well, that's very sweet of you. Thumbs me up, girl. Give me a like. I really enjoy it. You know, of course, the goal is to eventually have paying customers, but yeah, I actually became a night owl. I used to be like a morning person, but um, I started teaching. I was teaching English classes online, not like English as a second language, like grammar and spelling and things. And so I would get all wound up from teaching those classes, and I couldn't sleep. And then, of course, being retired, I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning. So I got used to sleeping in. I got used to staying up late. I like the quiet. Um, my neighborhood tends to be kind of noisy, so I like it when it gets quiet. Did you say you were in Brooklyn? I can't. I feel like it was Brooklyn or the Bronx. Bronx. Not that I have any orientation towards where that is. I just know it's a B word that's in New York City area. A borough, I guess, right? Is that what they call it? Is your family there with you too? Home of Yankee Stadium. So I'm just thinking that you really must be a night owl because you're an hour ahead of me. It must be near midnight there. Yeah, that's true. I think it's a hormone thing, but I feel I have, I get very unfocused. It's funny how having a job that you have to get up and go to every day, or having a person that you're taking care of, kind of gives you structure. Is it really? When I lived in China, I may have told you this story, but my apartment overlooked the entrance to our building, and it was like the floor right above the lobby. Um, but the street I lived on was just really close to a nightclub, and so after the nightclub closed around 2 in the morning, the restaurants on the street would set up tables outside, and people would come and they'd eat like a late night meal. And so, and of course, they'd be intoxicated or what have you. So it would be quite noisy on that street. But I got used to having noise when I lived there. Yeah. And people being loud because, they've just spent the last, I don't know, 4 hours in a loud club and they're intoxicated and just kind of yelling, and they're just having fun. I mean, it wasn't like they were fighting or anything like that because it is China. Where Big Brother's always got a camera on you. But still, people got loud. My understanding is one of the things, because I've been like kind of researching on Latin American countries, and my understanding for Mexico in particular is that you have to be okay with a lot of noise. That the people of Mexico like to have a good time. They have parties all the time and loud music. Those of you just entering, I am offering live readings right now. The queue is open, so if you have a question, just go ahead and post it in the chat and I'll get right on it. Yes, I think I would like, because I like the idea of having neighbors that you talk to, going out and getting your groceries in the neighborhood instead of, having to drive several miles to a grocery store. And I also just the being willing to take care of the elderly more respectful of the elderly. If I hear one more person mocking an older person and calling them a boomer like it's some kind of insult. Yeah, well, I don't know if I could do that because I'd have to have an actual yard. But yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, it could be nice. I'm working on it. Panama is the most friendly to retired, especially from the United States. But it still takes money. I was talking to Chat GPT about, asking him to compare, which would be the best country based on my criteria, and which I've already researched Panama quite a bit, but Panama was their number one choice. But you have to have around $1,200 to pay for an attorney to get your residency and your pension visa going. You have to have, I think it's like around $800 or $900 in order to get the first and last month's rent for a place. So you have to have a certain amount of cash on you, unless you just want to go real crazy and just like get on a plane and go and just whatever happens, happens, which I've been known to do. Yeah, but that's going to be the case no matter what, you know? The other one that ChatGPT recommended was Malaysia. That would think it was number two. But the problem with Malaysia is it's all the way on the other side of the ocean and it's a long flight. It's not a cheap flight either. And it's really hot and humid in that part of the world. And I'm kind of done with that right now. But same thing, very respectful of the elders, very nice people, friendly people, good medical care, inexpensive living, all that fun stuff. Okay, I'm about 10 minutes for remaining from this first hour. Hi, how are you doing, girl? Sonali? How's it going, Sonali? I remember talking to you. Say hello to Apple. She's been hanging out. What's your question, Sonali? I was just about to shut it down. Pretty good, Sonali. Apple has been like, it's kind of like being like my social worker psychologist. I've been telling her about various, things in my life, and she's been patiently listening. Aw. Oh, Sonalia Nightbot doesn't like the emojis. That's why it's sending you a message there. It might kick you out, so be careful. It sees your heart is posting links, which is a no-no. So how are you doing? I believe it's morning for you, isn't it? Bye, Apple. Thanks for coming in. Yes. Is it, so it's Saturday morning there, is that right? We were just talking about that. I'm kind of a night owl, so, I usually get up between 10 and 11. Yeah. You need to be sleeping, huh? But you thought you'd come and say hello to me. That's very flattering. Where do you work, Sonali? Do you work like in a call center? I was thinking that maybe you did because you said you worked the night shift. Hmm. Is that like shipping? So how's that romance going? Weren't you interested in a particular person? I may be remembering you wrong. Oh, I see. Back end work. I get you. Do you enjoy it? Well, that's nice when you have coworkers that you enjoy and you enjoy your job. That's a blessing. I used to be a school teacher, but now I'm retired. I loved my kids. Hi, B. The queue is open right now. No, I mean my kids in my classroom, so it varied from one year to the next. B, if you have a question, if you just want to put it in the chat, we'll get right to it. When I was a teacher, I think it was capped at 22, I think it's 22, 25 kids in the classroom. Well, I bet it'll happen at exactly the right time, Sonali. Yeah, happy 8-8 indeed, B. Do you know what question you want to ask? Oh, what a great question. So B is with us right now, and B has a question about they're feeling so good right now. This wonderful 8-8 energy. Hi, darling. Darling, I'm going to put you in the queue right after B. Um, Feeling really good right now, and they want to know how they can best use this wonderful energy they're experiencing. So, Nally, I don't know if you had a question or not, but if you do have a question, I can put you in the queue. Right now, I'm focusing on B's question. How can she use? Excuse me, B, male, female? I don't know. I'm thinking with the name like B, it's female, but I could be wrong. Okay, so I'm going to put you in the queue after Darling. Feeling really good. How can you best use your energy? Can you best use your energy? How can B best use their energy? Okay, thank you, B. I just assume born and raised. Me too, B. Me too. Ooh. Hmm. You got some pretty serious spiritual stuff going on, my friend. So, you're going to be using your power to really, would you say that you are the kind of person that sticks up for other people or has or believes in certain, has beliefs where like you might protest or you might say something, you might volunteer, you're kind of that warrior spirit? Because you're getting that leadership energy like crazy here. You got the emperor on the bottom, you've got the high priest, the tower. All of this is someone who's like a crusader, someone that goes out and they make a difference in the world. They're very passionate about their causes. Or if not in the world itself, but very much the person who takes care of the people around them. Yeah. Well, I think that the way you can use that good energy is to go out and fight for the things that you believe in. Do something concrete that's really going to shake up the establishment. And if I hope you have an opportunity to do that in this very powerful season. If this fits your worldview, the full moon is tomorrow night, and it might be a good time to like set your intentions for the coming month about how you're going to be out there in the world and conquering and standing up for the downtrodden. So that would be what I suggest that you would use this energy for. And I want to give you an oracle card message before you go. It says, if something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, trust it. If you are unhappy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. All right, B, that is your free question. Thank you so much. I hope you come back again. Darling, you are up next. I'm glad to hear it, B. I'd love to hear when that happens. So, darling, we have you, and then we have my good friend Sonali. After that. You're welcome, B. I'm glad there are people like you in the world. Darling, you are up if you'd like to post your question. Darling, are you still with us? You too, hon. You too. Hey, if you think about it, I would love it if you could like or subscribe. Hey, darling, I'm going to be going to Sonali. I'm not hearing from you. And then if you come in after, while I'm talking to Sonali, I'll just go ahead and take care of your question after Sonali. So Sonali, I know you posted a question up here. Let's put it up there. Sonali, are you still with us? Are you still here? Sauron. Sonali, are you here? Well, it looks like neither Sonali or Darling are responding. So we'll just sit tight. It looks like I'm about an hour in. And if I don't see any response in like the next minute or so, I'll probably call tonight myself. But it was such a pleasure to talk to Apple and B and AA and the other folks that came in earlier this evening. Okay, I have one person in here, it looks like. I'm going to be going ahead and shutting this down unless you want to ask a question. Okay. Well, it looks like this is going to be an early night for me. And this is In the Garden Tarot signing off. I will be changing my schedule up a little bit, I think, next week. I'm going to start doing more of my readings during the daytime for me because I'm USA Central Time rather than these evening readings. So I hope that whoever you are, wherever you are, you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye bye.